Japan makes me think. In fact, Japan has the lowest obesity rate among all 38 OECD countries at a tiny 4.6%. So, what's the secret? There are some reasons, but the biggest one is hidden in Japanese food, the eating habits, and the secret structure of the meals. Today I'm sharing 15 weight loss habits that Japanese people naturally do. Also, I'll give you a simple action tip for each one so you can start today. Let's dive in. Whew. First, the 1-3 system. So first, let's see this. Yeah, this is a typical Japanese meal my mother made. Thanks, Mom. Believe it or not, there are already 5 weight loss habits hidden right here. Can you guess what they are? First, this system, Ichiju Sansai 1-3 system. It contains of staple food, which in Japan is rice, ichiju, a soup, and 3 side dishes, 1 and 2 and 3. And this one, tsukemono, Japanese pickles, are considered an extra and are not included 3 side dishes. So why is this 1-3 system so effective for your diet? There are 3 main reasons. First, proportion control. Since everything is served in its own tiny bowl, your proportions are physically set. So you can't accidentally eat too much. Yeah, it naturally helps you stop when you're Hara Hachi Bu, 80% full. I'll share more about this later. Second, nutritional balance. Look at this, it uses a wide variety of ingredients, providing balanced nutrition. For example, rice provides carbohydrate for energy, the main side dish gives you protein to build a strong body, and the other side dishes provide vitamins and minerals to keep your body in good balance. That's why you feel so satisfied, even if it's low calories. And because of that, you can avoid snacking between meals. Third, low calories. Japanese cooking centers on boiling, grilling, and steaming, so it uses much less oil than other cuisines. This keeps the calories low, and one of the main reasons it's so healthy. Now, how many calories do you think this meal has? It's actually only about 500 to 700. It's low, right? I'll share more interesting reasons later. Anyway, that's why this 1-3 system is one of the biggest reasons why Japanese people stay slim. One thing you can start today. Let's start by adding ichiju, 1 soup, to your meal because soup fills you up and helps you avoid overeating. Second, the magic of dashi. There are many high-calorie seasonings out there, like lard, butter, mayonnaise, sour cream, and gravy. But in Japan, we don't really use those often. One of the main reasons is dashi. What is dashi, Aki? Dashi is the umami broth made from kombu seaweed, bonito flakes, or shiitake mushrooms. Japanese love dashi. We use it almost for everything. Yeah, in the miso soup, chikuzen, even ramen and katsudon I had the other day. So how is dashi related to low calories, Aki? Let me explain. Because dashi itself is extremely low in calories. Only about 5 calories per 100 grams. But it provides deep flavor. So, just by adding a little bit of soy sauce or miso, it becomes incredibly delicious. That's why you can enjoy delicious meal without using high-calorie seasonings. So, dashi is the secret supporter for low-calorie Japanese food. One thing you can start today. Use dash packs for your soup. Maybe you can find it in Asian supermarket, and you have dash magic ready to go. Third, warm tea. Number 3 is warm tea. Yeah, we traditionally drink warm tea during the meal, and this helps us stay lean. There are 2 keys. First, warm drinks are great because they don't chill your body. Keeping your insides warm naturally improves your metabolism and helps you stay lean. Second, the tea itself gently supports your health and helps you stay in shape. For example, oolong tea blocks fat absorption, barley tea boosts metabolism, green tea promotes fat burning with catechins. So drinking hot tea is like doubles your weight loss power. One thing you can start today, swap your cold drink for warm tea during meals. This is green tea though, but I personally recommend mugicha, barley tea, because it's caffeine-free, incredibly comforting. Fourth, zero-calorie miracle foods. It's well known that Japanese food uses low-calorie ingredients like seaweed, fish, and mushrooms. You might already know about this. So let's take it a step further. Japan's diet lies. Ingredients that are almost 0 calories. Yeah, for example, where'd that? Konnyaku. This is made from konjac yam. This is very filling and satisfying to eat, yet has only 5 calories. Yeah, we enjoy it in simmered dishes like this, oden, or as noodles in hot pot. Some people even use it as a healthy pasta alternative. Isn't it great? Oh, and I don't have it here, but I also highly recommend kanten. This one, agar. It's a natural fiber from seaweed with only 3 calories. Thanks to that jelly texture, it can be a perfect low-calorie snack. Yeah, they're truly the hidden hero of Japanese diet. What you can start today? Try shirataki, konjac noodles. Swapping your pasta for them just once cuts calories by 97%. Fifth, fermented food, plant-based. Number 5 is these, pickles, and this too, vinegar. Or natto. Please don't say yak to natto, because these plant-based fermented foods help create a healthy gut that supports weight loss. Interestingly, recent research showed that Japanese have 2 to 5 times more good bacteria. Like what? Bifido? Like bifid bacteria? And bacillate and butyrate producing bacteria? Sorry, it's not correct. But anyway, these good bacteria compared to people in other countries. The point is, these bacteria actually help block fat and burn it more easily. So they're like our secret supporters, working behind the scenes to help us stay lean. So what's so good about plant-based fermented foods is that they packed with live good bacteria plus fiber, which is the perfect food to help them grow. So it's the perfect combo for healthy gut. One thing you can start today. Try adding 1 plant-based fermented food to your daily meals. But I know preparing them every day can be a bit hassle, so I've got an easy one for you. Hold on. ちょっと待ってね。ごめんね、遅くなりました。KOSO drinks. Yeah, it's a traditional Japanese fermented drink. Yeah, many people here drink it especially during fasting or for weight loss. I love it because it's made from dozens of veggies, fruits, and seaweed aged for years, and you get the perfect combo, fiber and good bacteria, plus rich nutrients too, all in one go. Isn't it amazing? And this is my favorite KOSO drink, ours KOSO. Huge thanks for sponsoring this video. Actually, I found this over 2 years ago and keep drinking it. Here are 3 reasons why I love this. First, it's delicious, of course. I love the refreshing citrus flavor, so I usually mix it with sparkling water like a healthy kombucha. And the other day, my mom mixes it with kombucha, actual kombucha. I was like, wow, she's a real dude. I can say this kombucha 2.0. Second, they use over 100 ingredients. Other ones are usually 60 to 80, so you get more nutrients and fiber for your good bacteria. And actually, it activates your gut. Third, it fits any lifestyle. It's 100 vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and non-GMO. You can enjoy it without any worries. On a personal note, I started drinking KOSO drink when I was feeling depressed and sluggish. Then it really helped lighten my mood. It was like a beep reset button that made me feel so much better. So if you're interested in healthy gut, check the link in the description and you can use my code SAMURAI for a special discount. Don't miss out. 6th, triangle eating. Now let's talk about a technique for how to eat. We do a technique called sankaku-tabe or triangle eating. So instead of finishing one dish at a time, we rotate rice, soup, and slice one bite at a time. It's like drawing a triangle with your chopstick. So what's good about it, Aki? This helps you slow down. Like this, by rotating between dishes, your bites naturally stay small, yet it forces you to eat slowly, giving your brain enough time to realize I'm full. Yeah, rotating. It takes time, right? Compared to just eat like, right? Did you know that fast eaters are 3 times more likely to be obese than slow eaters? So speed really matters. One thing you can start today. Try rotating between your foods when eating. Also, here's an alternative tip. Try using chopsticks. They limit how much you can pick up at once, naturally helping you eat more mindfully. Give it a try. 7th, chewing more. Another benefit of triangle eating is that you naturally chew more. This is because you're mixing different textures and flavors in your mouth to enjoy how the taste changes with every bite. I couldn't find any official data, but personally I feel that Japanese food makes me chew much more than things like pasta. One study showed that chewing 30 times per bite can boost your calorie burn by 3.5 times compared to eating fast. 3 times, that's a great deal, right? One thing you can start today, aim for 30 bites per bite. If you can, 100. 8th, Shokuiku. As a former teacher, let me share this. I talked about things like triangle eating, 1-3 system, and nutrition. In Japan, we naturally learn those in elementary school. We call it Shokuiku, food education. For example, this is a typical school lunch called Kyushoku. It's actually designed by professional nutritionists. And did you notice? It followed the 1-3 system, or sometimes 1-2 system. It depends, but the point is, this is where we taught triangle eating and nutrition balance sort of things. For example, every month, students get a menu sheet that explains the nutrients and even tip on how to eat. Then when we eat, the kids on lunch duty explained with a sheet like, today's soup contains carrots, which are rich in vitamin A to boost your immunity. And it's good for your body to start with the soup first. Something like that. Thanks to Shokuiku, these habits and knowledge stick with us, even as adults. One thing you can start today, enroll in Japanese elementary school. No, just kidding. Try to learn a bit about more nutrition and aim for a balanced plate. 9th, Hara Hachi Bu. Maybe you've heard the words Hara Hachi Bu. It means eating until you're 80% full. So you'll stay healthy and won't need a doctor. Yeah, this is said to be one of the big reasons why Japanese people live such long, healthy lives. But let me tell you the truth. We're not always consciously trying to eat until we are 80% full. I do, but not everyone. For example, during New Year's holidays or parties, we eat a crazy amount. But why we still stay fit? This is because our daily meals, Ichiju Sansai, this is naturally designed to be 80% full. So Hara Hachi Bu is not something we force ourselves to do. It happens naturally. It's a system, Hara Hachi Bu system. That's the secret. One thing you can start today. Aim for Hara Hachi Bu with your daily meals. 10th, the sugar secret. This is a big one. We don't eat so much sugar. According to the ISO, the average person in Japan only consumes about 15.6 kilograms of sugar a year, compared to the US about 32 kilograms, or the EU about 31 kilograms. Even the world average 22.1 kilograms, it's incredibly low. Why, Aki? Because sugar isn't part of our daily routine. See this? No dessert. Because in the past, Japan didn't even have a concept of dessert. So even now, we don't really eat it. Of course, we enjoy it on special occasions like Christmas, but on typical day, we rarely eat it. One thing you can start today. Try skipping daily dessert. I know it's hard, but if you skip it, you'll naturally keep Hara Hachi Bu, 80% full. 11th, not so much snacks. I said we don't eat so much sugar. That means we don't eat snacks much either. For example, my snack for today, just a rice cracker. That's it. Not like an entire bag of potato chips. So, why don't we eat snacks that much? Because we're taught that snacks shouldn't ruin your appetite for the next meal. You know what I mean? For example, if my nephew snacks a lot, his mom would tell him, "That's enough, you won't be able to eat dinner." Yeah, that means we really value breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we try to save our appetite for the next delicious meal. Yeah, that's why we don't eat so much snacks. One thing you can start today, prioritize your 3 main meals. And if you ever feel like snacking, you can try some kanten, almost 0-calorie. 12. Small portions. Portion sizes in Japan are pretty small. You might have heard of it, right? For example, a medium drink at McDonald's in Japan is about 500 milliliter. But in the US, it's 900 milliliter. That's even bigger than our large. And naturally, our food portions are smaller too, which means fewer calories. One thing you can start today. Try reducing your portion size. Of course, it's hard to control your portions when eating out, but you can do it at home. In that case, I recommend using small plates. 13th, small plates. The point is, small plates physically hold less food, so you naturally have small portion sizes. And using small plates naturally means having more dishes on the table. Actually, that's another secret to staying slim. Because when you see many small dishes, your brain is tricked into thinking you're eating a lot, even if the actual amount is small. For example, let's have a look at traditional Japanese course meals called kaiseki. We use tons of tiny plates. Just looking at that, you feel satisfied, right? And using many plates mean many foods. And eating many different types of food actually satisfies your brain's full center much faster. So serving food in many small plates are also a great idea. One thing you can start today. Instead of one big plate, use several small ones. I think you'll feel satisfied with less food. 14th, the early dinner rule. What time do you eat dinner? In Japan, we usually start eating early, starting around 6:30. In the countryside, it's often even earlier. This is also one of the big reasons why we stay fit. Here's the thing, eating late makes it easier to gain weight. That's because of a protein called B-MEL1. It tells your body to store more fat. And its levels go way up late at night, starting increasing around 8 p.m., especially after 10 p.m. So that's why I try eating early. But now actually 10 p.m. Oh my gosh. I've been recording for 4 hours. Now my B-MEL1 says, store fat, store fat. One thing you can start today. Try to finish your meal before 8 p.m. Don't be like me. 15th, eating out less. How often do you eat out for dinner? 2 times a week? 3 times a week? For me, I eat out once a week, at most. And that's not only me. That's kind of a standard here in Japan. Because we think home-cooked meal, this is default. And dining out is more of a weekend treat. When we eat out, we tend to choose delicious high-calorie foods, so our calorie intake can skyrocket. So it's easy. You can cut a lot of calories just by eating out less often. One thing you can start today, save money and fatten your wallet, not yourself. So which eating habit do you want to try? Tell me in the comments. If this video goes well, I'll make a new one about Japanese exercise habits to stay fit. Are you interested in it? Also, I uploaded my mom's cooking recipe video in the membership, so if you are interested in it, feel free to join. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye. Let's eat. Oh, miso soup. I love miso soup.